It's a thrill to be moderating here today, and I want to get started right away, so I will introduce our panelists. First up is our executive producer, Jeremy Carver, back on the show. Next we have Mark A. Sheppard. You might have heard of this next guy, Jensen Ackles. Another newcomer you might want to keep an eye out for, Padalecki. Another one I think you guys are kind of fond of, Misha Collins. And because dead is never really dead on Superatural, Beaver. But definitely not least, consulting producer Ben Edlund. All right. First up, Jeremy, welcome back to the Superatural fold.
Thank you.
Had some time being viewing for Sci-Fi. Great show there. So, what's it like being back in Superatural world?
It's wonderful. It's sort of like having been a camper, coming back as a counselor. So
like a true writer.
And so, picking up with what we just saw and where the last season ended, Jensen, when we last saw you, Dean was in purgatory. So
yeah, which actually Misha just pointed out feels like right now with all the red lights. You turn around, it's just nothing but red lights out there. I'm like, wow, I'm still there. Yes, purgatory.
So Dean's gotten out of hell before, so purgatory can't be that hard.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, it's like diet hell.
Hell zero.
Yeah, hell zero.
So what can you tell us about Dean's, how will he get out of purgatory? What can you tell us?
I don't know. Are you kidding me? I just wait for the scripts to come in, and I think much like the hell situation, obviously Dean can't stick down there forever. So he gets out. How he gets out is, that's too much of a teaser. I can't tell you that.
Well, maybe Jeremy and Ben can fill us in.
They might be able to fill you in better than I could. Yeah. Ben?
Yes. Hi. How's it going?
Hi. Tell us about Dean's plight.
Dean's plight is a terrible one. I don't know if you're aware. He's in purgatory. Well, I think Jeremy, we kind of think that he's going to come back on the show, and that's not like a huge surprise. In fact,
Whoa.
No, I was. Oh, didn't we, Jeremy? So no. His return from purgatory is going to happen quite quickly, and then the story of purgatory and what took place in purgatory is going to kind of be a story we tracked for a good long time. Actually, it's going to be. Isn't that true, Jeremy?
Yes, that's true, Ben.
Very good. You're so far away from me right now. I'm used to being closer to that shirt. It's not a Brokeback thing, I swear.
I was told the theme of this panel was wildflowers. That's
Oh yes, he will return, and more of the story of what takes place and how he's just brought to the limits in that place will be something we examine over the course of the season.
Okay. Let's see, we're not going to get a lot there, so let's move on.
I don't know, that seemed like it took quite a bit of time there.
Jared, there's a rumor floating out there that Sam's getting a little love in this season.
Again? He is. Yeah, Sam is totally getting some action this season. It's been a little bit. And Jeremy told me something a few years ago. He's like, listen, man, I really love seeing you with your shirt off, so. And I was like, Jeremy, that's really weird, man, but you have 3 kids, but he's gonna do it. And also, I'm gonna take the time. Guys, thank you all for waiting out there to come see it. It's really amazing. Really, really, really amazing. I mean, we saw the line out there, and I know a lot of people didn't get in, so thank you guys so much for being here and being a part of this. Forgive our indiscretions.
How many people are out there? How many of you are there?
At least 10.
That's insane.
We keep those house lights up. Jared's gonna tweet pictures.
Okay, count off.
That's incredible. Hi.
It's amazing. That's like a whole nother room back there. It got dark, and then, hi.
You know what's amazing also is that we can't see their faces, which means they can't see ours either.
It's not that big a loss.
Hey, Jeremy, no pressure.
Yeah, thank you.
Jensen, what about Dean? Is he going to get any romance this season?
Well, I mean, does Dean ever really get romance?
Well,
Except romance.
Romance. Yeah, I think the only real romance in Dean's life is the car. So, in that regard, absolutely.
well, to that point, sort of, not the car, but new people in their lives, Jeremy and Ben, talk about the challenges of bringing new characters into the fold who are going to get close to each of the brothers, and how that challenge, especially with such a passionate and devoted fan base out there.
Well, I mean, I think the strength of the show is the bond between these 2 brothers, and ultimately, despite everything that's gone on in the past, they're at the core of their humanity, and I think they are just as open to new relationships and new beginnings and endings as anyone else in the world. And I think, in all seriousness, about the beginning of the season, we're going to see that when they were separated at the end of last season, it had a profound effect on each of them, and each, obviously, as is hinted at, has gone a very, very separate way that they will each carry with them what happened essentially in their summer away from each other. It's more than a summer, and the relationships that they've made in their time off from each other will carry forward and will be very, very important in each one of their lives, and they're going to have to come to terms like any partnership with dealing with the new relationship in each other's life. So.
And they're kind of emotional shut-ins that have to learn how to deal with other people. I mean, like, they've spent a lot of time in that car together with just like crumpled up snacks and stuff. I mean, this is a way of looking out to the outside world and connecting with, I mean, in a way, we get to play with maybe another thing to play with that we haven't always, I mean, it's a show that relationships are hard to chart, so we're actually trying to get into, I think, more complex and more like real human relationships. We'll see how it goes. Good luck to all of us, but it should be it's a good try.
Yeah, Sam and Dean in real human relationships. Good luck, guys.
No, it's going to be great. And with machetes also. Machetes and the chainsaw.
Misha.
Yes.
There was no question, I just wanted to hear them.
Thank you.
Is that the question?
Make sure that's your name.
Cassiel bolted on Dean at the end of the season. So what's going on there? What can we expect? Where's he gone, and when will we see him again?
Don't look at me.
I'm looking for visuals.
Oh, I was just staring into space.
He went out for beer. And we'll be back shortly. I think it's very difficult. The format is very difficult because you ask questions about things we're not allowed to talk about, and then we try to not talk about it to you for about 45 minutes, and then everybody goes home unsatisfied.
I have a lot of camp stories that are really, really revealing and uncomfortable that I could get into. I mean, from my own personal life.
That might be nice. Yes, let's hear some of the weird, sort of damaging childhood memories.
I'm interested in that.
So, but I guess we're gonna explore it. Explore what happened in Purgatory in flashbacks.
Jeremy already said that. When does Castiel come back? You misunderstood the question.
That's the box. I feel really uncomfortable right now. I don't know.
Okay, it's great.
It's a really easy question. Just answer
What's
the question.
happening?
Why do they do this to us?
When does it come back? You can't answer the question with another question.
I plead the fifth.
Is Castiel here? Can Castiel tell us?
Jim, last time we saw Bobby, it looked like he was off to that great salvage yard in the sky. But you're here and we're very excited to see you. Can we read anything into that?
You can read anything you want into it.
I don't know. Will somebody get Jim a Supernatural hat? Does anybody out there have one? Do we need him in a Supernatural?
The funny thing is, I've been asking for one since season 1. It's the pat answer is it's supernatural. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. I have said anything's possible maybe 7,000 times this weekend.
7,001 now.
Anything's
Okay.
possible.
Mark.
Yes.
Does Castiel come back?
Well, funny you should ask.
Do Castiel and Bobby come back, Mark?
I don't know. Anything's possible. I'm just waiting for season 8 to be renamed Oh Crowley. As it should be.
Sure. So Crowley finally got his hands on Kevin in the season 7 finale.
Could you please rephrase that?
Crowley finally took Kevin hostage at the end of season 7.
Yeah.
What's next? What's his plan? You know, I know anything is possible, but
What's next? What's his plan?
what's he going to do with Kevin?
It's got to. Trust him up.
Leading question. Look, Crowley is essentially what
Rephrase that
happens.
one, Mark.
Crowley is essentially what happens when people aren't paying attention.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, I think the relationship that the boys have had with Crowley is, I think it's been a rather good one. It's been fruitful and kind and compassionate.
It's been reciprocal, I think.
Yeah, pretty reciprocal, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave him stuff and then I got stuff.
Yeah. Certainly so.
Can you rephrase that, please?
But I think we might be in a situation this year, I think I'm right to say that we might be in a situation in this year where we're kind of chasing after the same thing. So
Yes.
this could be a bit of a problem.
This would be a season where you guys end up, because it's remarkable how many times they've fallen into non-antagonistic relationships with the King of Hell. It's, it's cleverness on the part of the writers, I like to think. But, this is a situation where they're really going to come to a much more antagonistic kind of front with each other. I mean, Crowley has to shore up his camp, and he is actually the one who thinks ahead more than any other character in the universe of our. I don't think the Angels even really handled it as well as he's done. So he is going to be an issue, probably quite a titanic one. I don't know.
Like I said, oh Crowley, basically.
What just happened? I had a sentence, and then I just started to hear myself talk, and then I was just like, and then I saw the top of my head.
It's a stream of consciousness.
Okay.
So did that answer your question?
Good enough.
Okay.
What? That wasn't good enough? Wait a minute. Oh, I hear you now.
You really are kind of a character on this show, aren't you?
I get no screen time.
I get no screen time.
Jeremy and Ben, we hear one of the theme, if for lack of a better words, for this season is Raiders of the Lost Ark. So tell us a little bit more about what that is. What does that mean for the show?
Well, I mean, can't go into it too much, but suffice to say, a lot of seasons past, the boys have been reacting to things at the beginning of a season. And I think this year, for the first time in a long time, they are starting the season on offense, as it were. They really want something. It ties in very deeply with the mythology, the overall or overarching mythology of the show itself, and something that is very near and dear to their hearts. And so notwithstanding all the luggage they bring from their time apart from each other, they are very much united in going after this one thing.
Our like log line for this season was, this time it's personal, except for then there was this shark movie that had that. Jaws, I think, or Jaws 4 actually had that. Anyway, continue.
And
Happy Ben had his espresso this morning.
I can stop.
Does it help you?
It's hot.
I don't suppose you could hint at what this one thing is.
It's one thing.
It's the Ark of the Covenant.
I think, you know, we know it has to do with,
We know that
I
for
just
sure.
broke down here on stage. A buzzer went off my back. No, I think I have to do that right now. I think I have
Crowley, Kevin, Dean, Sam, they're all involved in a chase for, you know, a power source, ultimately. We won't be clear about it, but this season, like all others, will introduce a game-changing element that we've already seen hints of. But we have a roller coaster, and we're going to get you on it. It's strange to try and unpack a roller coaster at the beginning of the roller coaster. That's why they have the part that goes up, so you can go down. It's a roller coaster, it's got wheels and tracks and all that shit.
Alrighty. Why don't we open it up to fan questions now? Just
Maybe we'd do better if we let the fans answer.
so just say your name.
Hi, my name is Francis. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
My question is for the producers, writers, and I was wondering if the show is ever going to address the fact that as brothers, Sam and Dean look nothing alike.
That's pretty cool.
Ben, you were cooking up an episode about just that, weren't you?
Was that was going to deal with that? It's got a whole Inuit storyline. No.
Here's the thing, if I were to grow my hair this long, you couldn't tell us apart.
That's right. That's how he came to the audition. That's why it all worked out. You had the hair like that.
That's it. Besides, see, it's... And this is what you're left with. I apologize for this.
I was wondering if, in the event of an apocalypse, zombie, Croatoan, or otherwise, who would die first? Who would you team up with, and who would survive?
This is like that game where it's like marry, kill.
Choose your words wisely.
It's the only words I have.
There's a sign that says right here, there may be audience members under the age of 18.
There is that sign. I didn't. I'll go
I
ahead.
don't care. What? it's like Jerry Springer now. Yelling stuff out. Would anybody like to take that one?
No.
No.
We've had apocalypses. Apocalypse I. How do you pluralize apocalypse? We've already had several apocalypse. And only
Fairly
Jim
certain
died.
that one of the three humans would die first.
Right.
Jim would die first, and then he would be resurrected within 30 seconds.
That's why I'm wearing the red shirt.
There is no such thing as a plural of apocalypse. I mean, they're very apocalypse. There's only one. It's a bloody event, isn't it? It's a single event. You can't have plurals of apocalypse.
What's an apocalypse? Answer a simple question. What is an apocalypse?
It's a creature on Doctor Who.
How many?
Okay, next question.
Hi.
How would you pluralize apocalypse?
Apocalyptic.
That's eight apocalypses together.
My name is JC.
Hi, I'm JC.
Hi. I just wanted to say, first of all, Jensen, you're the reason I'm pursuing acting, so thank you.
She's like, if they can get jobs, I can do this. Definitely don't have to be that talented. This is refreshing news.
That's really mean of you to say, JC. That's really mean to suggest.
Aww.
I'm just teasing.
Okay. My question is, if your character could have a superhero or villain name, what would it be? And I'm gonna take a chance with this, but Dean always takes those, so can I have you?
Oh, she got cut off though.
You got cut off.